My next flight around the world will be with a hydrogen aeroplane, non-stop.
It's amazing.
So I need green hydrogen.
Yes. You can count on us.
When we think about Bekaert, we think about steel wires, and we don't expect that the first thing you're going to explain is about hydrogen.
Green hydrogen is still expensive because it's coming from the electrolysis of water into hydrogen and oxygen, and when it's going to use electricity from renewables, wind or solar, then it's called green. It's still not cost competitive versus the grey or the brown hydrogen. And that is then where we would like to come in as Bekaert. We would like to make sure that our customers, the OEM electrolyzers, that they can make their systems cheaper. Because that's their main challenge. So their challenge to really make it a scalable application, electrolyzers, is cost. I think by the end of the decade they need to go down by 30 to 50% of their system cost, and then also the scalability of the supply chain. Everybody needs to follow to make the plans happen.
And how do you help that movement towards a cheaper hydrogen price?
So this is what we offer as a solution. It's called a porous transport layer. We brand it under the name Currento. Well, it looks like a carbon board, but it's not. It's really a very open, porous structure made out of metal fibers. Maybe we can take a bit of a larger sample. This is titanium, yes, because it needs to be corrosion resistant.
Yes.
Where exactly we are in the place of the cell stack, it needs to be corrosion resistant. So as you can see, a very open, porous structure made out of very thin metal fibers, 14 micron, 22 micron, out of titanium. And it's sitting in a very crucial place of an electrolyzer cell stack. It's what we call the three-way point. It's where the magic happens. It's where water comes, where the electricity is, and where you have the catalyst in the cell stack that is then necessary to split the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So because of the very nice open structure, it really helps to enable a much higher efficiency and therefore reduces the overall cost of the system.
Europe is now focusing a lot on electrolyzers, production of hydrogen, because everybody knows how to use hydrogen. Now we just need to produce it in a big amount.
But what our customers really want is scalability, security in supply chain. Can we follow? So global footprint, local for local, making sure we have contingency is keeping them awake at night, and we'd like to make sure that they sleep on both ears.
It's already used?
Yes, it's
you already
used.
have customers for it?
Yes. Actually, we already do this for 20 years. Yeah, so
the same
product, yes. However, it only got really traction the recent years because of green hydrogen for the emission-free targets. So it got traction because of macroeconomic events that happened recently, this trend towards energy transition. But also more and more governments are expressing or committing to very ambitious hydrogen-related targets. They're putting funding in place, they're putting incentives in place to really materialize it. And that has been giving the boost the last 2 years, and now we are in acceleration phase.
But it's fascinating to see that you are ready since 20 years with this.
You're a truly innovative
And now that
company.
the market is pulling it, you are ready to provide it. And some people just wake up today and say, oh, we should do something, but they don't know how to do it. It shows that innovation always has to be ready in advance.
Indeed, that you have
Even
to
if
look.
you don't know how you're going to use it, you need to be ready with everything. And then, you pick one and it.
Yeah, well, it starts with a vision. You have to believe in it, that one day it will come. And then you have technologies maybe from other markets that you use. It's a cross-pollination, and then suddenly you have a product that's fit for use. But as Bekaert, we don't want to only play in electrolyzers. In the generation production part, we would like to be playing in the whole value chain of hydrogen. So this is generation production, but we do have applications where we think we could play in transmission and distribution, but also in the application in use, even in heating applications, for example. We're actually very proud because we received 2 signatures for funding from the Belgian Cabinet of Energy for 2 of the projects within Bekaert. One is for hydrogen generation, and the other one is a hydrogen transmission opportunity. So for me, that's a sign that there's much more able in the whole Bekaert cross BU to work in the value chain of hydrogen.
My next flight around the world will be with a hydrogen aeroplane, non-stop.
It's amazing.
So I need green hydrogen.
Yes. You can count on us.